Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I will be your host on the show, Meghna Minara. Today I have a very special program for you. It is on British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration. I also have a very special guest with me, which I will introduce now. I have the founder, Abdal Ullah. Welcome.
Thank you, Meghna. It's good to be here.
I've looked through your publication from last year, 2017, and it's an amazing publication with some amazing people in it. I also love your tagline, talent, success, and leadership. So I'm assuming what's this year about? That's what I would like to know, and I'm sure the viewers would like to know that as well.
Okay, well, first of all, it's really good to be here at LB24. Thank you for having us, and also now being our official broadcasting partner. So the BB Power 2018, which is coming out on the 28th of March. For all your wonderful viewers around the world, you can watch the whole event unfold live on LB24 starting at 6:30 in the evening. So what do we expect, and more importantly, what's going to be on show this year? 7th annual publication. So BB Power has been going on for 7 years now. Started in 2012 to celebrate 40 years of Bangladesh independent, 40 years of British Bangladeshis in the UK. The contribution, the success of the community. Yes. But this year is a very special year. For those with good memories or those who are in tune with the Bangla society will know there's a small park on the corner of Brick Lane, on the bottom of Brick Lane, in Whitechapel, next to the Aldgate's tube station. That small park is named Altabali. It's a park that was named after a Bangladeshi textile worker sadly was murdered in 1978 by a racist. Now that day, 1978, 4th of May, was effectively what I say was the emergence, the dawn of the empowerment of the Bangladeshi community. It was through the death of Altabali, woke up the community and said, yes, we're Bangladeshi and we're here to stay. So we are British Bangladeshi.
Yes.
So our publication, British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration, is recognizing, remembering Altabali and that journey of our community in the last 40 years, and to say where we are. So in these 40 years, we have had some amazing success in our community, be it business, be it politics, be it through education, empowerment of women, young people. So it's now coming together. So next Wednesday on the 28th, you'll see a list of 100 amazing new talent. So this year's the list that you've just seen, amazing people like Rushnara, Shapnara, Iqbal, and various other notable figures. We're going to put them aside for 1 year and showcase 100 new names. So we've gone out and looked around the country, found what I call the next generation of talent, leaders, and successful British Bangladeshis, and we're going to be showcasing them.
You know, that really sounds amazing for me, because I would like to see new faces as well. And we need to, and also the younger generation, bringing them in, showing them, showcasing them. And more importantly, they're the inspiration for the next generation of talented, successful leadership. What I also would like to know is, going back a bit, what inspired you to start this, to start BBPI?
We're on our 7th year, but technically it's probably about a 9-year journey.
Okay.
So we know each other, and we see each other in community events and stuff.
Yes.
And in my previous roles from 2000, I used to travel the country, go to various meetings, post 9/11, 7/7. Being on the police authority, and I would go to a lot of these amazing gatherings, and then you meet a fellow Bangladeshi, and after a while, how are you? You're like really surprised. Then you meet a fellow Asian, and they get surprised that you're a Bangladeshi or you're British Bangladeshi.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So I'm like, I was taken back. I'm saying, no, I've met so many amazing British Bangladeshis. So why do you feel like you're surprised that I'm a British Bangladeshi? Do you have some sort of a stereotypical notion of what British Bangladeshi is?
Yes.
So we decided, when I say we, me and my wife, we thought, what, we want to showcase like people we know. Some people are friends, but people that are Bangladeshi, just like us, who are doing amazing work for our own community, and also for the wider world to see.
Yeah.
And you know, we have various community awards, various community
Yes, we
gathering, and sometimes there are kind of particular industry focus, or sometimes they're sort of just sort of kind of like small community gathering. We want to sort of showcase in the mainstream. We want it to be appealing to the wider community, to say the British Bangladeshi community is not just, and also it was 2012. The Olympic was coming to East London. You know, 60-70% of the Bangladeshi community is based around East London. So I wanted to say to an average person coming to Britain, to London, to watch the Olympic, that your cab driver who's picked you up from the airport, or the curry you're having in a Bengali restaurant, although these are very notable and very important roles and businesses, that is not all. This small community of 600,000 plus people are engineers, lawyers, doctors, politicians. At that time, we had Rishnara as an MP. So that was what my motivation was. And also to say to the younger people, you know, our lifestyle is no different to the people on the list. They've worked hard. They've made something of themselves. You know, you and I can also achieve the same goals. So that was kind of like kind of my inspiration, my kind of wanting to showcase. And I guess also because, you know, I'm really proud of a lot of the people on the list that I have become friends with, who are inspiring me on a daily basis. You know, so I just want to project it back to the community. And, you know, alhamdulillah, it's been great. You know, we've been going for 6 years. The Bangladeshi community in Bangladesh, they love the publication. You know, some of the biggest newspapers in Bangladesh feature us. And we have also traveled in Europe and North America to showcase this, and also gone back to Bangladesh twice to promote the list and to kind of like say to people, look at your fellow countrymen who have gone to Britain, are doing well. So it's
been, you're saying it's been welcomed, not only in Bangladesh, because obviously being Bangladeshi, we will be more welcome there. You mentioned Europe. So
we've visited a number of countries in Europe, and the people who are part of this have come to our event from Europe, and they're really, you know, they see Britain as kind of like what sets the standard. So our Bangladeshis in Europe, they look to Britain and particularly London.
It's bringing all our Bangladeshi different communities in different parts of the world together.
And 2015, after the launch, we went to North America. So we did New York, Canada, Toronto, Michigan, Georgia, Atlanta, and we showcased this to the Bangladeshi community to say, you know, like Bangladeshis in Britain, Bangladeshis in America are also doing well. It's not just Bangladeshis who are cab drivers in New York. There are lawyers, engineers, you know, and some of the more notable architects in America, in Chicago. The Sears Towers was designed by a Bangladeshi.
Exactly.
So that's also, you know, another way to showcase that Bangladeshis around the world are doing great.
Yes, definitely. And obviously highlighting the different roles that we play, because everybody has a role to play in our communities around the world. The other important thing that I would like to touch on is, can you tell me a bit about your BBPI Foundation? Because I've heard about it. But yeah, the kind of work that you've been doing so far.
So the BB Power obviously is an annual list showcasing 100 amazing people, and this year, you know, being the 7th, we're going to showcase a lot of young, fresh, new faces. But, you know, if you're 15, and we have about 150,000 download on our website, that's the globally, people look at our list, download our PDF and so forth. But if you're 15 and you're looking at this list, you're like, wow. So, you know, I'm sure you watched Blue Peter many years ago. Connie Hawk, you know, a Bangladeshi presenter. And you think, you know, I want to be like, I don't know, Nina Hussain, the TV presenter. Nadia, you know. So we also have, for the last 3 years, we do the list, but we also have one person who's the person of the year. Like they're like standing out a little bit more than that 100, exceptionally. So we've had Judge Shapnara, we've had Nadia from the baking competition, Nadia Hussain. Last year we had Dr. Shafi. So what you know, it's all very well looking at the list and thinking, oh, you know, do I get to study, work, and do something in 15 years' time? How do we make it more real? So one of the things we've set up is the BBPI Foundation. And effectively what the foundation does is it works with the next generation. So British Bangladeshi students at university, we work with them. So they come to our master classes. For example, last month we did an event at Imperial Bangla Society. You know, Imperial is notably known for turning out a new generation of doctors. So we took Dr. Shafi Ahmed, who's probably not just a British Bangladeshi, but globally one of the top surgeon using AV, virtual reality, and 50 million people watch him when he's operating. He travels the world speaking to people like Google and Facebook around technology and how to improve medicine. So we took him to one of our sessions, and he inspired, I would say, I mean, I was in the room, the students were literally in awe of him. So the BBPI Foundation now facilitates network events.
Okay.
We provide some mentoring, like one-to-one mentoring, and then also a small bursary scholarship.
Okay.
So we effectively ask people to make donation to the foundation, and then the foundation, through normal, people apply, say, I want to do. So it could be small thing like £200 for, I don't know, a journal, because if you have regular readership, if you're reading things regularly, you'll improve your chances.
Improve your chances.
Or we supported Queen Mary Bangla Society. They had an event celebrating Ekoshe February.
Yes.
So we keep the tradition and culture, and young people feel their roots are being showcased. Yes. So we'll do that, and we all obviously welcome people to write to us, and we'll welcome your listeners who might feel that they want to contribute to the next generation. So the foundation effective is there to kind of, if you've got the energy and you're creative, we kind of put people together. So like connecting the next generation with the people on the list this year.
About connecting young people. So there might be a young viewer here watching us at the moment. So if they wanted to get in contact with the foundation, what are the means that they can do?
It's the great thing about, you don't physically have to come to all the classes and events, so you can use social media. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, and all the other sort of social media sites. You can regularly visit us. So I've got this one guy this year who I won't give away, but he's on the list this year. And when I spoke to him to say to him that he's on BB Power, he was completely, bowled over. And he said to me, Mr. Ullah, I've been following BB Power for 3 years. So he's been following BB Power. He felt inspired by people on the list. And then when I told him that he's going to be on the list this year, he was completely overwhelmed.
Okay.
And honestly, I can say, hopefully on the night, I'm sure you'll be interviewing because you're presenting, right? His story is remarkable. He arrived in this country not so long ago. So you've got people probably watching you who are born in, the Royal London Hospital and gone to schools and colleges, universities in this country. This young man came to this country less than 15, 16 years ago, and he is now at one of the best companies in the world doing the most amazing amount of work. The social media has allowed us to connect. So it's not just British Bangladeshis. You can be, a Bangladeshi in Bangladesh, looking at the list. So, we kind of
be inspired as well.
You're a Mulberry girl. Rushnara, our first British Bangladeshi MP, she arrived in this country when she was 7, 8. And I remember going to Bangladesh in 2012 for BB Power and speaking to a group of journalists who then invited me to a school in Rushnara's home area, parents' home area. And I said, look, don't dream big. Don't dream small. Dream big. Because Rushnara Ali, when she was growing up in this small village in Bangladesh, she did not know she was going to go to London, go to Oxford to become an MP. But you young girls in Bangladesh, with all the access of the world through social media, through the internet, you can dream big. Why just settle for an MP in Parliament in Britain? You can be a global superpower in the United Nations. So effectively, it's a small publication, but connecting minds, connecting people's dream, and hopefully through other people's stories will inspire our young people. Not just young. It could inspire. I mean, one of the categories this year is foodie.
Okay.
My favorite category, I should say. Right, and we've got a group of young women, people, for whom everybody loves to eat. Everybody loves to, cook. But they are actually using their passion for cooking to showcase on Instagram, on YouTube, with, I would say, close to 1 million people following them.
Yes.
Right. So just because you've started a family and everyone loves your cooking on a Sunday, there's nothing to kind of take that cooking to a photo, upload it onto the social media, and have hundreds of people. We've got people who've been offered deals by spice companies. We are featuring people who've got deals from who are actually published authors.
Published authors, yes.
There's one lady who's actually publishing her book this week. just on recipes around Brick Lane.
Yes.
You know, the different cultures of cuisine. So, you know, nothing is like, the limit is endless, right? So possibilities is unimaginable. So that's the whole thing about connecting BB Power with the people. You know, whatever passion you have, you can actually get out there, do it, and connect to people.
So assisting in tapping into that talent, really. So it doesn't, yes, not everybody's going to be a doctor or a lawyer
No.
or an engineer. And absolutely, this is perfect what you've said about cooking. And these are skills, they're already exactly, nothing stopping from a mother who's already got a family,
I mean, as I said,
from doing something that...
Everybody wants to be a doctor, lawyer. My dad wanted me to be a lawyer, you know. But what we're saying now is, if you have a passion and a creativity and a flair for something, you know, Nadia Hussain, the baking, she's a housewife. You know, originally, you know, she married young, had a children, but she loved to bake because to feed her children, to be creative in the house, and look where she's now. One of the most recognizable face in this country. Right?
Definitely.
So yes, your mom and dad might want you to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or even get you married. But you know what? If you believe in something, you're really dedicated to something, you can achieve, and also make it financially rewarding.
Yes, definitely.
Right? So every one of our 100 people is success. Every one of our 100 people has achieved. Every one of our 100 people has a great story. You know, one of the things about BB Power is nobody self-nominates. You know, we're not like other publications or other kind of platform where you send in your own CV or you send in a photo. Here you have to be, I have an amazing group of people who are talented advisors. We've got a judging panel, you know some of them. They'd judge determine who should be on the list. You know, they're not all my friends. You know, they're not people that I know. These are people that we found. We go around different you know, events. We scout and we seek through our trusted advisors who should be on the list. So that's the thing. So nothing is impossible. It's not that, you know, you've got to have money to be on this list. So it's not just about who is the richest. I mean, we know Iqbal Ahmed is the richest British Bangladeshi, but there are others who are, let's just say, are not as rich as him, but are inspiring. Their story, what they're creating, what they're doing, the legacy they will leave. It's amazing.
Is that what makes you stand out? Because it's not about just money. It's not about just being the richest person. And, you know, it is about your creativity and talent.
I mean,
so is that what you're highlighting?
Yeah,
I
mean, this is not the British Bangladeshi Rich List. This is the British Bangladeshi Power and Inspiration. What inspires people? Yeah, through inspiration, you have power. So you could be an elected official, you have power. But you inspire through your work. Everyone can be an elected person, but there's only few that get recognized because...
And actually inspire a
others.
generation or a group or community.
So, and also the list is ever changing. I mean, this year is 100 new names. But in the last 5 years, 6 years, you know, you have to be at your best. So every year, there's not like the same face and it's not the same photo. So, you know... some publications have the same face and same photos of, you know, people when they were younger with more blacker, grayer, you know, hair. No, we look for raw talent every year. So you could be number 5 on the list, and next year you won't be in it. So you've got to keep on inspiring and be relevant. That's the main thing. Also,
tell me a bit about your team.
Okay, so as I said, I've got an amazing group of people who help us. And this year we assembled what I call a dream team. So I've got, I mean, our booklet, as you've seen, and I can show, the people will know this, the booklet here. Let me just flick them through last year's list. Go online and have a look. And this year we're going to, I think is our best booklet to date. So our creative partners, our brand ambassadors are IDOCs. They do amazing work, a British Bangladeshi team. We then have, I would say, I mean, the Bangladeshis are known for their food, but I think I've got one of the best food outlets providing the food. I mean, last year we did the event in the Shard, our first Bangladeshi event to be held in the Shard. And we blew people's mind away with sushi, very much fusion Bangla sushi type of food. So we've got butlers doing the food again. This year, the drink by popular demand. Chit Chat Chai, another Bangladeshi brand. Tanya is going to be doing the drinks, which are signatures for the BB Power launch. We've got the decor event being kind of decored out by Miria London, another Bangladeshi company,
Yes.
high-end, event people. And then, you're very self. This particular LB24 is going to be our broadcasting partner. So we are a very small event. What makes us very special is that we only have up to 250 guests invited. It's not like the traditional Bangladeshi wedding, everyone comes. This is a very selective, invited only event. But we know, because I know last year Shah put it up on his Facebook and he had about 15,000 people
Yes.
watching it.
Yes.
So we kind of twisted Shah to say, listen, bring your wonderful kit, your wonderful equipment down. So not just the Bangladeshis in Britain, but globally, the LB24 has a global reach.
Yes.
People
Yes.
can watch, be interviewed by yourself. You get to meet some of these amazing people, find out, what inspired,
And know their stories. I think
Yeah.
the important thing is bring out their
Yeah.
stories.
So that's the team. So that's the dream team.
mentioned
We've got,
some amazing-
butlers, we've got iDogs, we've got Maria, we've got Chit Chat Chai, we've got LB24. It's going to be it's going to be a great night. It's going to be, 40 years of Bangladeshi empowerment, where the Bangladeshi community has traveled, and inshallah also where we are now. So the list of 100 will give you where we are, flavor, but I think also you get a flavor of the night where we're going. That's going to be a main thing.
Are you having, and on the entertainment side? What's
Okay, so it's...
you're not going to give much away.
No, but I can say we will have, I would say, a very refreshing fusion Bangla artist on the night perform. There will be speech, and we're very honored. And also, it's another first. So last year, we were the first Bangladeshi event to be having an event at the Shard, iconic building.
Yes.
This year, we're hosting our event at the Royal Navy's base in London by Tower Bridge. So that's another first. We've got support by the Army, the Navy, and the RAF. I think that's a first as well for a Bangladeshi event. And so our Person of the Year will be there, and so the 100, the invited additional guests. And I think what I'm also looking forward to is some of the family members this year. Yes. So we've extended to some members who've expressed an interest for their families, because I think you will be able to capture someone's mother, father, brother, sister who feels proud of their sibling, proud of their offspring. Yes. So that's going to be very special. Yes. So, I'm just, obviously you can imagine I've not had much rest. We've got the booklet ready. I know your outfit is almost ready.
Yes, almost.
I'm deciding which longer to wear. No, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast, and I really want to say thank you to the team. I want to say thank you to our judges, to all our supporters and sponsors who hopefully will make BBPI 2018 a special night, and
a memorable night.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes.
Thank you, Abdal Ullah. Thank you for coming on the show and telling us about BBPI. I know I'm looking forward to it and meeting some amazing, inspirational people and interviewing them. And yes, I'm still thinking about my outfit, colours and things. But we look forward to you viewers. Do tune in, download the LB24 app, and see what all the rave is about. Thank you. Till next time.